When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Absolutely, unequivocally, yes is the answer. Now, here is the host of The Long Bearded Guy, the Chief Catalyst, Strategist Guide at Jewel International, Gordon D. Melville.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Red Fridays. Red, R-E-D, if you're not familiar with that, is remember everyone deployed. They're willing to stand on the wall for us. They're willing to stand in the fray and stand there for us. And I want to make sure massive respect and lots of love for that. And it's been today, I believe, we're getting into the spring and we're getting into expanding and growth. And as we expand and grow, we want to talk today about something that obvious to you, amazing to others. It's come up in my life a bunch recently. Obvious to you, amazing to others. And I want to talk about this. So I will read this real quick. This show will encapsulate the revelation that what may seem ordinary or mundane to ourselves, to oneself, can be perceived as extraordinary by others. It's a profound recognition of the unique perspectives we each possess and the potential for amazing greatness within. In the tapestry of human experience, what is obvious to one individual may hold immense value and amazing wonders for others. It's the realization that our innate talents, insights, and contributions, our genius, though seemingly commonplace to us, oh, everybody knows that already, can elicit awe and admiration from those around us. To fully embrace this concept, we must cultivate a sense of self-awareness and appreciation for our own abilities and gifts, our genius. By recognizing the inherent value in what may appear obvious to us, we unlock the potential and astonish and inspire others with our unique talent and perspective. We're going to talk about this today, and we'll share in the essence of obvious to you and amazing to others, and we're going to celebrate our individuality and embrace the inherent brilliance we have within ourselves. We all do. Everybody does. Even if you don't think you do, you do. You have brilliance within yourself. Les Brown says you've got brilliance inside you. We want to celebrate that today, knowing that what may seem ordinary to us has the power to leave others in awe. So we want to talk about that today, and I want to celebrate you. If you don't know who I am, and if you do, I'm exactly the same person. But if you don't know who I am, I'm very, very thankful you're here with me today. I'm Gordon D. Melville, I'm known as the Long Bearded Guy. For what reason, I don't know. It's a little out of left field, but that's what it is. And I deeply appreciate you being here. And I've got people from all over the world listening. Thousands of people are listening and tuning in, whether watching or listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for spending some of your finite resource called time with me today. I appreciate it very, very much. And I would love if you could like, love, share, subscribe to the Inspired Choices Network. It's a free app, the free subscription. It doesn't cost anything to download anywhere that you would, Google Store, Apple Play Store, wherever you download your stuff. Matter of fact, you can find us on Apple TV and Google TV and Spotify and iHeartRadio and Roku and all these amazing, massive, big platforms. We're on 450 platforms globally, multiple times a week. So if you can't find us, you're not looking hard enough, because we're all over everywhere. And if you put the Long Bearded Guy, literally that, the Long Bearded Guy, in any social media platform, you'll come up with me. You can find it on YouTube or Facebook. You can find me anywhere. And don't just find my happy beard. Go and find, there's a lot of amazing hosts on Inspired Choices Network. There's some incredible, not just hosts, but wisdom and content. There's some amazing stuff there. It doesn't cost anything. Plug into it. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to change the life of every man I meet by raising their emotional quotient. Why? Because we don't articulate it that way. We don't, guys, we don't go, oh, you know what, my EQ is low. We don't do that. What we do is look at and hear from people around us. Hey, you know what? You've checked out. You're not right here. We're not getting along. Why aren't you listening to me? There's so many things each of us hears all the time. And so being able to, why won't she listen to me, is about our raising our emotional quotient. When we do that, relationships get better. I become a better human being, but a better dad and husband and boss and brother and uncle and employee, employer. I just, my life gets better. So what that's what I do. That's not who I am. That's not my identity, but that's what I do. And I teach 7 levels of emotional intelligence for men. I'm the CEO and founder of Jewel International. I'm a champion mindset mentor for a pro basketball team. I'm a multi-award-winning international best-selling author multiple times, and a bunch of other companies that I. The point is, entrepreneurial men and pro athletes. They're my avatar. They're the people that I have a heart for. It doesn't mean I won't work with everybody, but my heart is for entrepreneurs and pro athletes. That's where I thrive there. And that's where my heart is. That's where my heart is. So today we want to talk about sharing that, because there's lots of things I keep coming across. I've been doing personal development at a really high level for this summer will make 35 years. But and I hear stuff that from even some people that I respect, and some real high level, even coaches that are learning and hearing, and they're nowhere near that long in their personal development journey. And so they're hearing stuff and oh, I've never heard that before. That's radical. Like oh my, that's awesome. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? That we learned that years ago. Everybody knows this. No, actually they don't. And you have information and content inside you. You don't, and it doesn't matter whether you're a coach or a mentor or an author or you have a pod. None of that matters. You may have none of those things. You still have brilliance inside you. You have a specific, unique fingerprint like nobody else is on the planet. Why? So you can put your unique mark on the world. People need to hear you. You've been given a voice, use it. And we're going to talk through that because there's so many lies we tell ourselves. There's so many bits and pieces that we discount. There's so much stuff that we look at and go, oh, there's already so much information out there, or nobody wants to listen to my sets. It doesn't matter. You do matter. Your story matters. What you want to share matters. You matter. I need you to feel that from me today. I need you to feel that from me today. You matter. Your voice matters. You could be saying exactly the same thing everybody else is saying, but people need to hear it with your voice, your inflection, your personality. It could be something that's been said 1,000 times. It infuriates me. My kids come home and say, oh, that we had this guy in there, this lady in today, this gal in today, and they were talking about this and this and this. Isn't that amazing? And I'm like, we've said it to you 1,000 times. What the heck? But it was just the right voice, the right tone, said the right way with their personality, and for whatever reason, that's what clicked. You and you sharing is somebody else's miracle they've been praying for. Let that sink in. You sharing your brilliance with your voice, whatever medium you want. You want to write it, write it. You want to be on a podcast, be on a podcast. You want to share it live on stage, do that. I don't care how the medium works. Use whatever medium you want. But do use a medium. Do share. Do get it out there. We all are creators of it. We've been gifted that. Papa, and I call God Papa because of my relationship with him, but he gifted us as creators of ideas. Yes, even you. Absolutely. Each of us has an innate brilliance, an innate genius, as well as a voice. And we've been given a mandate to share that content with other people. You think Thomas Edison brought that? Where did that information come from? It was given to him by somebody else. Papa gave it to him. But if he didn't act on it, maybe we don't have a phone or a light. If Colonel Sanders hadn't pushed so hard more than 1,000 times to get people to pick up his recipe, if he hadn't created it and then gone, he was over 60 years old. And he's from the deep south. Everybody has fried chicken. Everybody has fried chicken. Everybody has mom's or grandma's or great grandma's recipe for chicken. He got so much blowback from people going, you're 60 years old. Everybody's got chicken. Yours isn't special. Ding, 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 ding. Oops. Yes, it was. It was. He needed to share that. And he had the courage to do that. Thank the good Lord, because it's great chicken. Now, you may tell me, hey, you know what? Depending on where you're listening from, you may go, my mom's is still better. No problem. You know what? Homemade is always better. Always, 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 always. My point is, what would, if you had a family member that come to you and said, hey, in Canada, we have donut shops and coffee shops everywhere. Tim Hortons on every corner. Oh, I'm going to open a coffee shop with my own brand of coffee and my own flavor of coffee, my own. Starbucks is still here. Dunkin' is still here. There's got to be 100 different chains of coffee and donut shops in Canada. And they still come up. They still pop up. You need to share you. Where we say things like, wherever that came from and whoever thought that up, it's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Right? We'll think that about other people. We never think that about ourselves. We never go, oh, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to share that with the world. Oh, no, Gord, I can't do that. That's arrogant. Who do I think I am? I'm full of myself. That's my ego talking. Maybe not. Maybe it is, but maybe not. What if? Maybe it's a brilliant idea. And just because people around you don't see that it's brilliant doesn't mean it's not brilliant. That's the reality of it. I'll guarantee you the people around Colonel Sanders told him he was out of his freaking mind. At 60 years old. At 60, he was still told, hey, you know what? More than 1,000 times he tried to get someone to buy his recipe. That's some perseverance. That's someone that's really, really, really believes in themselves and wants to succeed. And they just kept sharing with their voice. They just kept sharing, kept sharing, kept sharing, kept sharing. Think he got tired of that? Guaranteed he did. Did some of the people in his family get tired of hearing it? Yep. Bet you he's glad he did. Now he's passed now, but I'll guarantee you his beneficiaries of his will and his family are very happy that he had that courage and foresight to push and share what was uniquely him with the world. I need to take a quick break. I want to do a quick shout out for Jose Escobar, who's the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Connected Leaders Academy membership to take your business to the next level. This is the perfect tribe to learn, grow, and connect like never before. The Connected Leaders Academy tribe brings together some of the highest level of entrepreneurs from all over the world. Set up your free coffee with him today, with Jose Escobar today. And you can reach him at the entrepreneursbookshelf.com. Theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. And ask him when you're talking to him, tell him Gordon Melville sent you. Gordon D. Melville, the long bearded guy, sent you, and ask him about the Connected Leaders Academy Global Summit that's happening in May. That'll be a world-class event. It'll be unbelievable. unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to have some more of my herbal tea from my special mug. Thank you for the mug. I appreciate that. It came from a very special, close to my heart human being. So thank you to them for that. Pause and breathe as we go to a break. Pause and breathe. Allow yourself to ground. Allow yourself to percolate with the information that you're hearing. Let it settle. Let it sink into you. So pause and breathe as we go to the break here. But don't go anywhere. We're talking about obvious to you, amazing to others. And we're gonna talk about some of the different things that people maybe already know. Oh, they already know. Let's talk about that. Dig into that a little bit. You're with Gordon D. Melville, the long-bearded guy. That's me on Inspired Choices Network. I'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you being here. Today we're talking about obvious to you, amazing to others. Some of the things we think about, oh, you know, everybody knows that. It's obvious to me. That's obvious. It's amazing to some other people. They have never heard that before. So in this quick segment, what we want to talk about just real quick is a concept around, oh, everybody already knows what I do. They already know what the things I know. No, actually, they don't. You're special. And I don't mean, you know, a hockey helmet on the short bus special. I mean, you have, excuse me, I got the hiccups. You have brilliance and specialty, special things inside you, ideas and creation inside you that nobody else has. I've heard multiple times in preparing for today, I've heard multiple hit songwriters that said their most successful songs, the ones that were the most successful, ones they thought were, it's all right. It's average. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. Their best sellers, the most popular ones, were ones that they thought, it's okay. We all discount our own stuff. We all discount. And I think it's a natural thing that we all go, hey, everybody knows what I know. Everybody knows what I do. I don't know anything special that nobody else knows. And then you meet somebody and you go, oh, you know what? In a specific situation, right? We a couple summers ago we went to just after COVID we went to a cottage, and trying to tie the boat. We watch somebody that knows how to tie off a boat, and I wasn't thinking about it. And I did my figure eight, put it on the hook, right? Do 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 do. And my kids are like, "Oh, that's brilliant! I've never seen anything like that before." But oh yeah, right. You don't spend a lot of time around nautical stuff. You don't spend a lot of time around boats. They don't have that. I just assume they're going to know how to tie it off. I did a thing with my sons the other day. I handed them an envelope and a stamp and said, "Mail this to your mom." And mark on the envelope so that we'll get to your mom. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't address an envelope to get a letter to his mom. What? Everybody knows how to. No, not true. Some of these younger generations, they don't know how to fill in a check because we know a lot of people don't have checks anymore. Now they need a pre-authorized payment plan. There's usually a form if they're pre-authorized for car payments or mortgage payments or whatever. You got to have a void check. They know how to cash them, but they don't know how to write one. They don't know how. Some of the things you know how to do because of your experience. The things that have come into your life, people that have come into your life. Right? Like sometimes if our parents are big into, I don't know, fitness, great. Maybe I have a lot of, I understand how weights work and whatnot because I saw that happen in my basement or in my garage growing up. Something that's complete. Maybe my grandparents, I live with my grandparents or spend a bunch of time with them and they have green thumbs. What does that even mean? They're good in the garden, right? But they're doing things. I'm exposed to that. When I grow up or I get older, I have a set of skills that I just think everybody knows because I know. Well, everybody knows how to plant a. Well, no, they don't. Everybody has these creative ideas. Everybody. Yes, they do. Most people don't share them, which is why they say the graveyard is the most expensive real estate there is, due to all the ideas that went there without anybody ever having the courage and the intestinal fortitude to step into that brilliance. Oh, I can't. I'm too afraid. Everybody already knows what I do. Not true. So part of my challenge today is going to be wrapped around, hey, what do you know that you think everybody knows that they don't know and need to know? And that can be as simple as your story. Oh, nobody wants to listen to my sad story. Maybe it's not a sad story. Maybe it's a positive story. Most of us have life challenges, things that have happened to us. Can you share them? Oh, nobody wants to. Yeah, they do. Why? Why do people want to? Oh, they just want to hear about the negative. They want to. No, that's a very cynical way to look at it. Really, really cynical way to look at it. There are some really practical, very powerful reasons to share your story. I share this at our Mo Mondays. I co-own a franchise that's a speaking thing called Mo Mondays Waterloo. Motivational Monday, Mo Monday. And I say to the audience month after month after month, I raise my hand and go, how many of you have a story? And almost nobody puts their hand up. And I always sort of joke and go, bullshit. Everybody has a story. Whether you want to share it from stage or not is a completely different deal. Why do you not want to share it from stage? And usually it's quiet. And it's dark out in front of me. I can't see the people. I'm like, you know what? Somebody just shouted out. We all know what the answer is. We all know why we don't want to share it from stage. Why? And somebody goes, because I'm afraid, fear. Yes, fear, but fear is not real. Danger is real. Fear is a construct of our brain. It's not real. And what we find is when we're in a dark place, when we're struggling with our life in some area, what do we do when we get into the depths of the valley? What do? A lot of times we'll pray. Papa, I need help. Please, please, please help me. I need a miracle. I need help. I need something. Please give me something. Your story and you being able to step through your fear, be courageous, and share your story is probably the answer to somebody else's prayer. And if you can't share it, you can't get through your own fear, you're robbing them of the miracle that they need. Let that sink in. You're their miracle. Why? Even if you don't give them steps to get through what you got through, the fact that you got through it means they can get through it. And that gives them hope. Ridiculously powerful. Really powerful. But if you don't open your mouth and talk, it doesn't work. If you can't share that, it doesn't work. Oh, everybody. No, they don't. Share. You need to share. Stop hiding your light under a bushel. Oh, that's just air. No, it's not. It's not. Don't go out and brag. That's not what we're talking about. That's a completely different deal. We're not saying go out and brag. What we're saying is share what you've been through. It makes you relatable. I tell people all the time as a suicide survivor, and they go, "What? Well, I can't believe you share that." Well, why not? The more I share that, the less power it has on me, the more I heal, and the more people go, you know, that Gordon D. Melville guy, relatable. He deals with stuff just like the rest of us do. He's been through some shit just like the rest of us. He didn't get where he is unscathed, because that's kind of the impression a lot of times we give. Oh, I don't have any problems. I don't have no issues whatsoever. Not health, not money, not situation, not relationship, not no challenges whatsoever. That's bullshit. And anybody that tells you that, be very careful around, because they also have a very serious problem with not looking at life with they've got a denial issue, right? They've got a denial issue on top of everything else. Share it. And again, I'm not saying share your dirty laundry, air your dirty laundry everywhere. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is share your story, share your creative, allow that to go out into the world. We need it. The world is better off with you in it. I'm going to share that again. The world is better off with you here. The world is a better place as you share. You need to share you with the world. I hope that sinks in. I hope you take that. Really, really, really take that. Take it to heart. Hold on to that, because you know what? We need to be able to do that. Share your creative. Share you with the world. And it doesn't matter what they think. Your journey's not for them. It's for you. You don't need validation from them. You don't need their approval. And I say that I almost spit that out as I'm saying it. Why? Because it frustrates me. It pisses me off that there's so many people are feel like they have to have somebody's approval to be themselves. If you need that, I am telling you, you have, well, forget me. Papa says, the ultimate creator says you have permission to be 100% you, authentically you. And if they don't like it, they can pound salt. It doesn't matter. Tell them to take a long walk on a short pier. You be you. You be you. The world needs you just the way you are. We need your voice. There's 1,000 different ways to release weight. Why doesn't everybody just do Weight Watchers? It doesn't resonate with everybody. Some of them have to do Susan powder. Some of them need to do keto. So the point is, will any of them work? Yes, they probably all work. Find the one that works for you. Find the groups that work for you. Find the groups that have your people in them, the people that are celebrating you. You've heard me say this over and over and over. Find the people that, if they're not celebrating you and they're holding you back, you're with the wrong group. Find a different tribe. Find a better community of people. And that's no shot at anybody. I'm just saying, you know what? If you want to move forward, you have to be supported. And you have to be willing to be yourself. So be yourself. I have to take a quick break. I got to do another quick shout out to Jose Escobar, is the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out his Entrepreneur's Bookshelf to learn more about his morning and evening mastery routine program that is literally changing people's lives. This program will help you install systems on the bookends of your day, morning and evening, to maximize your routine, to maximize your day, to maximize your success, to maximize your productivity. Set up your free strategy session with Jose Escobar today. The entrepreneursbookshelf.com is where you can reach him. It's an incredible program. It will change your life. And if you're not doing something now, you're not getting it all. Let him help. As we go to a quick break here, don't forget to grab something to drink. May not be in a special mug like me, but have something to drink. And then, like I said, don't forget to pause and breathe. Don't forget to pause and breathe. We're going to talk in the next little segment about lies I tell myself, things I say that are just not true, but they stop me from stepping out or stepping into that next space, right? Sharing myself. What are the lies I tell myself to stop that from happening? So we're going to talk about that. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very thankful you're spending some of your finite resource called time with me today. I appreciate you. Please don't go anywhere. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. Be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
The Connected Leaders Academy is the #1 fastest growing networking community for entrepreneurs. CLA assembles high-level leaders, titans of industry, and business owners under one roof. If you're an entrepreneur looking to grow personally, professionally, scale your influence, develop skills, and expand your network exponentially, the CLA is where you need to be. Want on to more podcasts and shows, speak on more stages, sell more books, products, and services, get more leads, referrals, acquire new clients, develop lifelong friendships, and more. Join the Connected Leaders Academy today. Contact Jose Escobar on Facebook or check out www.claglobalsummit.com for more information.
This is the Long-Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Absolutely, you can. Thank you for sticking with me. You can send me an email anytime, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. By the way, if you don't have, I didn't mention it, if you don't have a journal with you or something to write on or write with, you're going to want that right now. So I'll give you 30 seconds while I do the preamble here. Grab something to write with, write on. You're going to want to write this down. And so we're talking about things that, what do we call it? Obvious to you, amazing to others. Obvious to you, but amazing to others. There's things that you know that nobody else knows. It may seem obvious or mundane to you, but other people don't know it. It rocks their world. You make a massive impact on them. Wow, I've never heard that before. Where'd that come from? You're brilliant. And we do it with each other because we all have that brilliance inside of us. But inside of that, we tell ourselves some lies. We tell ourselves some things that are just not true. But they stop us from being ourselves. They stop us from sharing who we are. Not what we do. Don't conflate what you do with who you are, because what you do is not who you are. Oh, I was born to, yeah. You know what? Okay, you may have an aptitude for it. You may have a deep love for it. It's not who you are. It just isn't. Maybe that's one of the lies we tell ourselves. I was born for this. So you'll want to write these down. The first one is I have to be perfect. Oh, I can't possibly share. I can't possibly. No, I've got all these nasty things that I'm not perfect. I got news for you. Nobody is. Jesus was the only person that was perfect, and he was 2,000 years ago. There isn't a perfect person out there. You don't have to be perfect. Matter of fact, perfect is completely unrelatable. If you see somebody talking and you go, whoa, they don't have any problems, like none. Listen to them. They have no problem. Does that draw you closer or push you away? Because for me, it pushes me away. I go, you know what? That's not relatable. They clearly don't deal with the same things I deal with. It's a lie we tell ourselves. Write it down. I have to be perfect. No, you don't. Another lie we tell ourselves is I don't have any choices. I don't have a choice. I got it. Bullshit. You have a choice. You always have choice. You may not when you say that to yourself, catch yourself and go, you know what? It's not that I don't have a choice. I don't like the options I have. I don't like the alternatives that I have. That's more accurate. You always have the choice. Stop telling yourself that's a lie. I don't have a choice. I have to be perfect. I don't have a choice. My past will always haunt me. Nothing so far has ever been good. Well, it's never worked up till now. If Colonel Sanders had taken that tact, it hasn't worked. He offered it to more than 1,000 people, more than 1,000 times. He heard no. Oh, my past will haunt me. I can't get past it. It's going to follow me around. I can't. My past is defining my future. Again, BS. That's a lie. It's not true. What has been doesn't mean it has to be what's forever. Nothing has been good for me. Another one, success is the opposite of failure. Success is not the opposite of failure. By the way, the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. That's the only way to truly fail, right? But it's not. Results are the opposite of failure. I just keep trying. I just keep trying. Every time I try, I get a different result. I try, I get a different result. I try, I get a different result. I try a different way, I get a different result. Insanity, definition, doing the same thing. We all know it, because I think we all know it. Maybe nobody knows it. Maybe very few people know it. So I'll tell you, because not everybody knows what I know. I forgot what I wanted to say. Hilarious. Results. I just remembered. Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting each time a different result. I have to change it somehow. You found a way that it doesn't work. You didn't fail. You found a way it didn't work. Try it again. You got the opportunity now to try it again with that experience. Move forward. Try it a different way. The results. Another lie we tell ourselves is, if only I had whatever. If only I had more money. If only I had my health. If only I had the experience. If only I was younger. If only I'd heard this 20 years ago. You probably wouldn't have listened to yourself 20 years ago because you wouldn't have been in a place to hear it. So stop telling yourself that. It's a lie. You are hearing the things and experiencing the things you need to experience exactly at the right time for you to be able to do something with it. You weren't supposed to hear it a decade ago because you weren't ready to hear it then. Let that sink in. You're hearing it when you're supposed to hear it. You're experiencing it when you're supposed to experience it because you're in the right place to hear and experience and learn and grow if you want to. I'm too old or too young. That's a lie. Colonel Sanders was 60 years old as an entrepreneur, as a new entrepreneur. Oh, I'm too young. I'm too young. Nobody will listen to me. Crap. Crap. What's the name of the young lady that came from Sweden or Switzerland? Steinberg? The young lady with the, and whether you agree with her, don't agree with her, with global warming, if you agree with it, great. If you don't agree with it, great. My point is, she was what, 14, talking to Congress, talking to world leaders. It doesn't matter how old you are. Don't use it. It's a lie. I'm too young. Crap. It's crap. When did Michael Jackson get in to oh, I'm too young to be in a group? What was he, 5 years old? It's crap. It's a lie. Don't allow those lies to rule you. Don't allow those lies to stop you from getting where you want to go. If you have a plan to get there, nobody has a plan to stop you from getting there. I'm going to say that again. If you have a plan to get where you want to go, nobody on the planet has a plan to stop you from achieving that. I'll guarantee it. Everybody's smarter than me. Bullshit. It's a lie. That's not true. I can do it tomorrow is another lie. I got lots of time. That's not true either. We all know people that died way too early. Suddenly, because of a car accident, because of something tragic or a situation or illness, or we all know people that they thought they had time. It's part of the problem. We think we have time. It's a lie. I can do it tomorrow. You're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised later today. Do it now. If you've got the time to do it now, do it now. I had a client that was, Gord, I booked off some time to do this on the weekend. He had time to do it right then, but he didn't. I want to relax. And he woke up on Saturday morning and one of his tenants called him and said, hey, the basement's flooded. He spent all weekend sopping up water, vacuuming up water, hanging stuff out, getting stuff dry. He didn't get the stuff done because he didn't have time on the weekend. Gord, all this stuff happened. I understand, but when you did have time, you didn't do it. Do it when you have the time. I can do it tomorrow. No, if you've got time now, do it now. It's wrong to put myself out there that way. Oh, it's wrong. It's ego that's putting myself out there and sharing it. No. There's ways to share it so that you sound egotistical. That's not what I'm saying. Nobody wants to listen or hear my sad story or my stuff. That's just not true. You're giving them hope. Even if you don't give them the steps to get through or learn some kind of education, the fact you got through it, can get through it, did get through it, means they can get through it. If you're not through it and you're reaching out to people and you're sharing, great, because that's healing for you too. I need to take another quick break, but the last one is I'm just whatever, fill in the blank. I'm just a guy. I'm just a cog in the wheel. Who am I? I'm just putting the word just in front of I'm just, you're not just anything. You're a human being with brilliance and creativity and wonderful ideas. Share your ideas. Put yourself out there. I challenge you and throw the gauntlet down. Put yourself out there. Get yourself a show. Reach out. Reach out. TheLongBeardedGuy@gmail.com. You want to plug in. If it resonates, plug in. Reach out. You want somebody to help you, mentor you through? Reach out. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Plug yourself in. There's a reason I have 3 paid coaches and a therapist, because I don't have all the answers. I still have blind spots. I'm still learning. I have birthday, 56 years old. I'm still learning, and you don't ever stop learning. Put it out there. Put it out there. And like I said, if you need help, or you want me to share this with somebody that you love or somebody you care about, your group, plug in thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Reach out. I got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to do a quick recap, a quick wrap when we come back. I've got a wonderful call to action for you today. Time just goes so quick. Time just keeps on moving. Click and click and click into the future. Someone should write a song. It's kind of catchy. Anyway, don't forget to pause and breathe as we go to a quick break here. You're with the Long Bearded Guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the Long-Bearded Guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Long-Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. You're with Gordon D. Melville, the Long-Bearded Guy on Inspired Choices Network. And today we've been talking about obvious to you, amazing to others. Stuff that you know other people don't know. That's just the big and small of it, the large and small of it. That's the reality. There's things you know nobody else knows. You have a slant that nobody else has. And they need to hear. The world needs to hear. We're all creators of great ideas. And whether you think you do or not, trust me, you do. Right? Les Brown always says to everybody everywhere, and he's been saying it for 4 decades plus. You have greatness within you. And he's right. We all do. Whether we share it or not, completely different issue. Whether we plug into that and live out of that, completely different issue. It doesn't change what is. Whether you use it or not, whether you share it or not, does not change the fact that it's there. Everybody doesn't already know what we do, what you do, what I do. They don't know what you know, right? We've talked about that today. We've talked about lies we tell ourselves that stop us from sharing our brilliance with other people. Why? Why do we allow that? Well, we don't want to be laughed at, right? Our egos, a lot of times, if someone can't validate us, which we shouldn't need from somebody else, by the way, if we grow and do our own thing, run our own race, do our own journey, it's not for them. It's for us. It's for us. It's for us. It's not for anybody else. But can you stand there in that empowerment and embrace that and do your Superman pose and go, you know what? I'm going to be unabashedly, unapologetically me. And if they like it, great. And if they don't like it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change what it is. I'm still going to be me. Because I want to be. Because the world needs me to be. The world needs us to be ourselves. I want to be unique. Being you is unique. Nobody else can be you. You are you better than anybody else can be. So I challenge you, be you. Be you. So my call to action this week, what idea or creation have you been discounting and putting off sharing because you think it's average? You've been playing small or not playing at all, maybe. Share it somewhere, somehow in the next week. I don't care what medium. Get on a podcast, write it in a blog, put it in a white paper. I don't care how you share it. Call your buddy, call a friend, call somebody that loves and cares about you and share what your idea is with them. Call somebody that'll encourage you. Don't share it with a small-minded person. Don't share it with a negative person that's going to poo-poo it and go, oh, you'll never do that. Why? Well, I was never able to do that. Well, I'm not you. But somewhere, somehow, share your brilliance. Share something you haven't shared, you've been afraid to share with other people. Dust it off. Share it. I challenge you. Throw the gauntlet down. I'm challenging you. Share it. Share you. And then let me know. Tell me about it. Hey, Gord, this is what I shared. Hey, thank you for that push. This is what I shared. Hey, Gordon, you know what? I put out my brilliance. I put out an idea and it got shot down and laughed at. Gord, you're a schmuck. I feel horrible. I got laughed at. I will applaud you because you had the courage of your conviction to at least put it out there. And anybody that wants to laugh at you, I would look at them and go, you know what? What have you done recently? Where did you put yourself out there where, you know what, it flew in the face, maybe flew in the face of what convention was, or flew in the face of what other people were thinking, or you had the intestinal fortitude to stand in your own empowerment and be you. They laugh and they point and they make fun because they can't, because they don't have the balls to do that, because they don't have their conviction to do that. So good on you. I'm proud of you. Do it again. The weirdest thing happens when we do it. Our confidence grows and we work out that muscle and we get stronger and stronger and stronger, and then eventually we can be ourselves. I hope you feel my heart. I really do. I really do. I love you so much, and I want you to do well. I'm cheering for you. Pom-poms cheering for you all the time. Bring your friends back. Next week, same time, same place, between noon and 12:55 on Inspired Choices Network. Download it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Share it, love it, like it, subscribe. Get other people to be here. Bring people in. Hey, listen to this schmuck. Tell me if you think it's good or not. Share it with other people. That helps us for the algorithm and for paying for the show, but it also is helping other people. That's what I'm looking for, is engagement. Show up next week. Surprise title. Be courageous. Be unapologetically you. Be you. Make it another great week. You have the power to do that. Live out you abundantly and with intention. Put yourself out there. Know that I love you. Massive big hugs. And we'll see you next week. And my question for you as I leave you is, who are you being?
Thank you for tuning into the Long Bearded Guy Show. You are appreciated and loved. Gordon D. Melville returns Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on the InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, make it another great week, leading with love, power, powerfully designing, crafting, and living out your positively impactful legacy life you were created for. Big hugs!